I am St. Matthew.
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 I think the transformation that God has led me to is the realization that as small as I am, I can make a difference. I can be part of this fabulous, wonderful world that we have, and that I do have life experience of going through chaos and hope and suffering and redemption, and I know I am forgiven.
In my upbringing and in the earlier years of my faith journey, there was a lot of legalism, a lot of need to figure out, is this right, is this wrong, should they be doing this or not? I feel like that's a real process that God continues to take me through, to be at a place where I don't have to have all those things figured out, and where I certainly don't have to have answers to those things to be able to love any given person.
One of the first events that I experienced as far as transformation goes, when I was young in the small Scandinavian congregation, age 4, just before the polio vaccine came out, my dad got polio. He was 36. He wasn't one of the prime people for getting polio, yet he did. And at that point, I had enough Sunday school experience that I was well acquainted with, ask and you shall receive. And so the prayer was, heal my dad. Just simple. And my visualization of the answer for that was that he would be exactly the same he was before he had polio. That didn't happen. So that's been something that I've had to wrestle with my entire life. And in seeking to be transformed, I always have to push into those things that are, I guess maybe for a lack of a better word, conundrums. What does it mean to ask and receive? How big is God? How can we fit God into what science is telling us?
I find it hard to describe what about myself has transformed. Shelley tells me that I'm not very self-aware. And I'm afraid she's right. I guess what I can say is I have experienced a lot of grace over the years, and the grace that I've received, I'm more able to extend to others. And I think that's something of a transformation.
Yvonne and I have been members at St. Matthew for quite a while, and it's a community where we've seen Jesus present in many different situations. And some of the situations are glorious, and some of them are not so glorious. But it's a journey that we have fully appreciated because we can see Jesus present, if not in a particular situation, in the community at large.
That's what grace is about, right? I mean, the grace of Jesus, it surrounds me, and the people who he's put in my life express his grace to me all the time, and come to realize that things aren't always what they seem, and it's not wise to make snap judgments about somebody, but to hear their story and to find out, what it is that has made them the way they are. That is, in my mind, that's the grace of Jesus.
It's a transforming love for me that God's mercy is here for all of us.
Jesus opened the eyes of the blind, raised the dead to life, and spoke of being born anew. We therefore value awakening, transforming, and becoming truly living beings.